Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Welcome to this edition of Lancaster Perspective. I'm Mike Miller. My special guest today, and my special co-host is Jacob Thompson. Welcome, Jacob.
Hi, nice to see you.
Glad you could help us out today, bud.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff going on. I know you have a couple of special events coming up. We have, through Job and Family Services, a career fair coming up on Friday, September 19th at Ohio University of Lancaster. And I know later on we're going to talk about some special events you have coming up. But I want to have a question for you. How did you get involved in helping out Lancaster for a second?
Well, really, I'm just in the media class and just asked to help out, so I was willing.
Well, that's great. Now, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior this year, 11th grade. Yep.
You ran cross country track,
Yes.
played basketball.
Yep.
And, you made some pretty bold predictions already. Going to beat Burn Union twice. I'm sorry.
Your words, not mine.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the job fair coming up that we're going to have out of
So, job fair. Can you talk to us about that a little bit of the details about, and when and where?
It's going to be Friday, September 19th, out at Ohio University of Lancaster in the gymnasium out there. There's plenty of parking. It's going to start at 9 o'clock and go till noon. We've been doing this for about 12 years now.
Okay.
We have 65 employers signed up right now. A couple of them are MPW, Lancaster Fairfield Community Action, Buckeye Honda, Dawson, Eddie Bauer from Groveport, Aramark, Fairfield National Bank. There's a complete listing of all the employers on ohiomeansjobs.com that you can go to, or you can call WorkNet at 652-7856, and they can give you a list of employers that will be there.
So, tell us a little bit, why you guys do this, and how this can help out other people.
In my everyday life, I am Director of Workforce Development, for Fairfield County Job and Family Services, and our main goal is to put people to work. We have career advisors that work with people that have lost their job or they're going back for training. We have a youth advisor that works with young kids looking for employment. So we see about 3,000 people a month through our location, and what we're trying to do is get people that maybe can't do interviews all the time, go to one spot one time and do this. And again, when people come to this, it's important that they do bring a resume with them. People always ask about how should you dress. If you're going to come in for an interview, you want to make sure you present yourself very well, because you only get one chance to make a good impression. So I suggest people, they don't have to wear suits, but business attire would be great. They'll be able to interview with all the employers if they want to, or they can just interview with 2 or 3, whatever they want to do. We have people that are looking for, maybe they want to be a truck driver. There's going to be some truck driving companies there, or maybe they want to work in a bank, or maybe they want to work in business, doing their own business, something like that. So there's enough different disciplines there that people will be able to get a pretty good variety of what's out there right now.
Yeah. So you can pretty much help out anyone that is looking for any type of job, really.
Right. What we try to do is when people come into our one-stop, there's 20 computers that they can come in and use, and they can do everything we do is free. There's no charge to print resumes. We'll even mail them for you. But we work on resumes, work on training tips about what are good ideas about meeting with prospective employers. We have employers come on site too. This week, for example, we had 6 different staffing agencies come on site to look for maybe jobs in the Groveport area or Easton, sometimes in the Newark area. We have a pretty good relationship with surrounding counties, Franklin, Licking County, Pickaway County, Ross County. So we all try to work together to try to put people back to work. That's our number one goal, is just put people back to work.
Yeah. So obviously you guys, do this to help out people who are looking for jobs and who who obviously need them. How exactly did this get started up, in especially in Lancaster?
Well, that's a really good question, Jake. It really is, because a long time ago we were sitting around talking about how could we help people out that maybe don't have transportation or limited transportation, or there's just some barriers that they need to work with. So we talked with a couple different agencies, and OUL, Ron Cullums at Ohio University of Lancaster, said, well, why don't you come out here and you can use the gymnasium, they've got plenty of space. So it started back in 2000. We used to have, actually we have two. We have one in the fall, which is the adult career fair, and then we have one in the spring, which is designed for youth your age that are looking for maybe summer jobs or part-time jobs or something like that. So we started out, the first one we had about 35, 36 employers. We had 200 or 300 people go through, and then it kind of built from there. And the most we ever had was just over 1,000 people that went through, and we had just about 52 employers. This is by far the biggest amount of employers we have. I think we have 65 right now. We're limited on space just because of the number of tables that we can have, but that's how it started, basically.
Cool. So, how long have these services been going on? How long have you been doing it personally?
I've been with Job and Family Services since 2000. Before that, I worked in the electric utility industry for about 25 years. But it's one of those jobs that you're helping people out every day. And I have career advisors. I have two that deal with adults, and I have another one that deals with youth. But we also have people. We have a veterans rep. We have a gentleman who was in the Marine Corps for 20 years that works with veterans. And then we have some people that work with what we call mature services, older people that maybe only want to work part-time. And then we have people that from the state that work with reemployment training. Once you've been unemployed and you're receiving benefits and you come in and you look for some type of training.
Cool, very interesting. So how many, do people have to have requirements? I mean, obviously it'll vary by what field or job they're maybe looking at when they come to this expo, but are there any requirements they have to have?
The one thing is definitely bring a resume with you. If you don't have one, stop by Job and Family Services and just ask to go through the resource center, and they'll send you up. It's free. You can we'll print it. I think we'll print 20 at a time for you. And then the other thing is make sure when you come in you want to talk to somebody. Like you and I are talking now. If I say, gee, Jacob, welcome to ABC Company. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jacob Thompson. I go to Fairfield Christian. I'm in the 11th grade. I love to play sports. I love God. I love my family, and I'm involved in a lot of different teams and other events.
There you go. You're an natural. So what type of job are you looking for? What do you want to do?
Right now I'm kind of looking at more of a engineering side, of course. Maybe a mechanical or engineer or whatever. I like math. Math is something I enjoy out of schoolworks and doing schoolwork and stuff. And I feel like I'm good with people too. So looking for a job that uses the math and working with people too. So
if we had a position open on the weekends, could you work on the weekend?
It depends on the day.
That's all right. And those are the type of things that people ask. And I've worked with employers and sat next to people that an interview may go 25 minutes. It may go 5 minutes. It just depends. But the one thing that I always tell people that are looking for jobs, when an employer asks you a question, give them an answer. And you just did that. So that's what what employers want to know what they're working with, okay? They know what they need to have. But the real good employers it's like, I hate to bring sports into this, but it's like having the best athlete on the team. You may have somebody that plays quarterback and can also play wide receiver and to play tight end, so there's different positions that can be filled, and that they take the best available of what they need. So it's a good thing. You did very well. You did good. We'll get you some type of summer job. One of the things that we talk about in looking for work is that don't limit yourself. Listen to what the employer has to say. So you may go in thinking, I don't want to work in a bank. I am not going to work in a bank. And you talk to somebody for 25 minutes who says, I have a bank manager's job open. You'd be perfect for it. So keep your options open. And again, a lot of the people that we deal with have maybe been laid off for a year. They can't find anything. They don't want to drive anymore. They're tired of driving to Columbus, 55 minutes one way, whatever it might be. So those are all the things that I would encourage to do what you and I are doing right now. Just do mock interviews. Talk to your wife, talk to your husband, whoever it is, and just ask questions. And so when you go in and you meet with somebody, a lot of people, believe it or not, that have not had a job, they haven't been on an interview for a while. The first interview they had was 7 years ago, and now they're going back to, okay, I got to remember how to do this. And we have classes for that down at JFS also that we can help you with.
So you said a lot. Some people will come in. You recommend they come in with an open mind to try something maybe they never thought they could see themselves doing. Does that happen a lot? Do they maybe change their mind on certain vocations?
Well, we have a lot of people that they've worked in a job. We had one gentleman that worked in a job for 35 years, and he came in and we talked to him. The career advisor talked to her, and he said, I don't want to do anything with computers. I don't like computers. Okay, well, that's going to limit you a little bit. But after we worked with him, he was fine. He was okay. He knew exactly what he needed to do. But a lot of people think once they're in a profession, that's all they can do. Well, there's so many different offshoots of that they could do that it would help them out. Just to keep that open mind that, this is something I've never thought about. And that's what our two career advisors do. They explore all the options that you have. So if you want to go back to do training, maybe you go out to the job fair on the 19th and somebody says, well, we'd like you to do this, but you have to have this certification. Well, then they can talk with if they're eligible, they can talk with the career advisors and get them back in school.
So when these people come into this career expo and you have the companies that are there and the different people that are there interviewing, do they expect anything? Obviously these people don't have jobs or looking for jobs. Do they expect anything out of them?
The employers themselves?
Yes.
Well, when all the employers that are going to be there, all the 62, 65 that we have, are all hiring. They all have positions available. So when you come in to talk to somebody, and it's like a competition. You and I may be talking to the same person about the same job, not together, but I may be there for 10 minutes and walk away, then you come up for 10 minutes and talk to them. So they're all they all have positions open that people, I think, in my mind, sometimes it's, I'm not qualified for that. Well, talk to them. They'll find out, unless it's a certification or it's a degree or there's some type of piece of paper you have to have. But for a lot of the jobs that are going to be there, they're just looking for good people.
So, you have this career expo every year. What are the results? Like, what happens to a lot of these people find jobs, and how well does it go?
That's another great question. A lot of times, we don't get a lot of feedback because once the potential job seeker has talked to the employer, we may never hear from them again. But we keep in touch. We do surveys with the employer, and overwhelmingly, we've had great success because one thing the employers like about it is that you have a lot of people in one area. So you don't have to make 4 or 5 different days of appointments. And the other thing that people like is that the job seeker can see 62 different employers within 2 or 3 hours. They're done. And you don't have to, some people will come in, they'll stay for 10 minutes and leave. Other people may stay for the entire time. So once we find out from the employers after we do our surveys, what did you like about this, what didn't you like about it, then we tweak it for the next time so that we don't have some of the same issues.
So before we wrap up about the Career Expo, you said they have to have their resume and, dress attire is recommended. Is there anything else that they need to bring? Anything else? No,
we've had, just for examples, we have in the past, we've had individuals walk in tennis shoes and gym shorts. That's not really a good way to meet with an employer. We've had I know childcare is an issue. We've had people that are, they'll bring their children with them. Unfortunately, there's no childcare there that we can provide. So that's an issue that you might want to think about, so that the kids can be taken care of by maybe grandpa or grandma or somebody. There's plenty of parking available at OUL. Again, it's in the gymnasium. So that's pretty much it. Just come with that open mind that, boy, I'm going to get a job today, and this is what I want to do, and things will work out for you.
Yeah. Do you have any last words, any last recommendations, anything about the Career Expo?
No. Again, it's a time for individuals to come out and just talk one-on-one with those employers. And again, those employers want to be there. They've signed up. It's not like we've twisted our arm and said, okay, come out. They've contacted us and said, we have positions open. Now, again, it depends on what discipline you're looking for, but just keep an open mind.
Great.
Well, I know that you go to school here, and there's a lot of activities you're involved with, and I know on the 19th there's an activity that you have going on too here at Fairfield Christian Academy, and let's talk a little bit about that, because it sounds like a pretty neat event.
Yeah. Well, on the same date as this Career Expo, we also have FCA's homecoming night that night for 9th through 12th grade. So yeah, it's I'm on our class cabinet, I used to say, and so I'm help planning that and everything. So it's going well so far. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, where's it going to be? Where is it?
It's at the Fairfield, or the Lancaster airport hangar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So are you on that committee to decide where it was, or was it?
Well, it was kind of, we had to see what was open. We have a few places around Lancaster that we kind of check to see, like where, if they can fit us in, and also price comes into issue as well. So the hangar gives us a good price, and it's pretty cool because we had it there 2 years ago. So
that's neat.
Yeah.
So what type of entertainment is it? Like dinner and dance, or is it?
No, it's just dance. We have Mr. Bertram, who runs the FCA Media. He comes in and we pay him to do the DJing. He has cool lights and some nice speakers and everything, so he always does a great job.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Now, is there anybody in particular that Jacob's going to go with? Have we decided that yet? Or
yeah, I'm actually escorting Madison Doolittle. She's a senior here at FCA. So
she's a volleyball player here, I think.
That is correct. Yep.
So now, when is it? What time is it?
It's 7 to 10. Like I said, at the hangar at Lancaster Airport. So
the rest of the crew, you guys going too? Shaking their heads, yeah, maybe, yeah, okay. Well, it sounds neat, and that's just once a year, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have the winter one too, but for the fall, the formal homecoming, yes.
So how did you get involved in this media class?
Well, really, it's kind of funny. We have to take a computer credit to graduate, and
we have to.
But I was in a computer class that I wasn't exactly enjoying so much. I wasn't really into it. So I had my friend Andrew Gherkin, who's also part of the media, kind of tell me about it. He's like, man, you should join media. It's a computer credit. It's a lot of fun, and you have some downtime too if you need to get some work done and all that. So I was like, sure, why not? So I talked to our guidance counselor and got it switched, and I love it. So it's very wise decision for sure.
What was the biggest surprise when you walked in? What did you think? Well, I wasn't ready for this.
Well, I thought it was really laid back. I thought everyone was really nice. Mr. Bertram, I got to know him well and fast. Something's kind of funny. We always have the lights turned down. There's just lamps on in the room, which I kind of like. It's really relaxing, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy everyone in there.
That's it. Now, what future plans for Jacob? After graduation, anything in particular? You talked about engineering.
Yeah.
So you like to crunch numbers?
I do like crunching numbers. Really, I just gonna. I'm looking to go to college, go into engineering. Start a family someday. Just follow God's plan wherever He wants to take me. So.
Well, that's fantastic. That's great. Outside of media, what do you like? I know you like to do cross country and track, but you like calculus. You were talking about calculus earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that talk about calculus.
No, I just like I said, we have some downtime in here in the media room, so sometimes you get busy the night before with cross country meets or whatever project. So Mr. Bertram's gracious, lets us have our time to work on that. So. Yeah, I obviously like to run, play basketball, and hang out with my friends and family, and so yeah.
So I want to ask, because I have a good friend that is involved in basketball here, Roger Hooper.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Coach Hooper and what's, just talk about what he means in your life.
Coach Hooper he's awesome. He's just a great influence. He's especially these past few years, he's kind of gone through some rough times with his mom got in a car accident and everything, and he just stayed strong through that. And he's just a great coach. He knows a lot about basketball. He's been playing it forever, and he's like a great mentor to us players as well. Just how we should live in our faith and in our lives and with each other. How we should be a close knit group, and he talks to us about it a lot, and he's really close with us, and he really loves his players. So he's a great coach, phenomenal.
You thought about coaching down the road?
Maybe. It's a thought. It's a thought for sure.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah. So now you're on a basketball team. What, point guard, shooting guard?
Oh, I point guard, shooting guard. Probably more point guard, but yeah. I'll play either one, whatever Coach Hooper needs me to do.
Whatever Coach needs you to do.
Yeah.
So, outlook for the season this year?
Yeah, of course. Yep, this year it's gonna be good.
Good season, bad season?
It's looking good so far.
I know you got to play the Burning and Rockets. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Our league's pretty strong in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, and so we had good summer shootouts, good summer basketball in the month of June. So we got some good work done, and it's looking pretty well. So.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I know we want to give a lot of credit to Jacob coming in today, because he was thrown in this at the last minute. We had a cancellation today from a special guest of mine that was unable to make it, but Jacob graciously sat in and did his homework. He's got questions written down, and does this interest you? Maybe doing this someday?
Oh, it might be. Like I said earlier, I like talking with people, and I'm pretty open, so I can see it. I enjoyed it.
Well, again, thanks for doing this today. It really is. It means a lot to us, and I enjoy coming in and doing Lancaster Perspective. It's been I've done this just about 5-6 years now. We've done it, JT and I. I used to do radio with JT a long time ago at WFCO, and we talked one day about doing a television show, and this is great. It's worked out very well, and JT's a great guy. So
yeah.
We do appreciate you coming in. And good luck with cross-country, track, basketball, whatever it is. Calculus class, engineering, it's out of my league. So, again, we appreciate it very much, Jacob.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Lancaster Perspective. I'm Mike Miller. And remember, until we meet again, let's make a difference.
Hi, I'm former Buckeye quarterback Rex Kerr. I played football, basketball, and baseball in high school. Those experiences provided me with learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. High school sports help young people learn about hard work, discipline, and sacrifice, and they go a long way in helping provide the tools needed to succeed in life. High school sports are more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.